Uh, Very good afternoon, dear students. Today we are going to start our unit 3, which is basically about a group technology and flexible manufacturing system. Okay, in last two units, you guys understand about the different concept regarding the industrial automations, their implementations, their features, their parameters, and what are the effect of automation in any production system or in any manufacturing system, so that we can enhance the productivity of our system, of our product, at the same time by reducing the cost, time and money also. Okay, so these are the several aspects of automation in any production system. So now let us move further about the different key elements. You can say the key parameters, or if we can deeply dive into the different parameters of an industrial automation for any production system. So there is a very important terminology or a feature which is known as a group technology. So group technology is one of the important part of any flexible manufacturing system, because automation and flexible manufacturing system, FMS, are somewhere or somehow are interconnected or related with each other. Okay, so by implementing an automation in any production system or in any factory system, we are of course trying to develop a kind of a flexible manufacturing system. But before implementing flexible manufacturing system, before studying the flexible manufacturing system and their aspect, we should know the different key elements like a group technology. Okay, so we will discuss about these different very important aspects of automation in our unit 3rd. So today we are going to start our unit 3rd, which is about group technology and flexible manufacturing system. Okay, so this is your unit 3rd about group technology and FMS. Okay, if we talk about this FMS, this is known as flexible manufacturing system. Okay, so this is very important terminology, group technology, in any automated system or in any automated production system. If we talk about a group technology, this particular concept or technology is that group technology means that what we are doing in group technology while implementing this particular concept in our factory system or in our manufacturing system. So basically, if we talk about this particular group technology, means that by identifying the similar category of a part, similar classification of a part into a similar kind of a technology. Okay, means that in any production system, in any manufacturing system or in any factory systems, we are trying to identify a part of a similar pattern. The pattern of those components or a parts, maybe in their design terminology, maybe in their material sense, maybe in their manufacturing sense, maybe in their material handling sense, maybe in their packaging sense. Means that the part which are supposed to manufacture in any plant, among all those part or a component, there are few component or parts which comes under a same kind of a technology. Means that the first thing before implementing a group technology in any production system or in any manufacturing system is that the identification of a part or a component of a similar family. Okay, so this is the first task of our group technology, is our part identification. So part identification in any production system is one of the very important. At the same time, it's very time consuming concept, also time consuming task also. Okay, so means that what we need to do to develop such a kind of a group technology, terminology, or a feature or a concept in our production system is that we need to identify the parts of a different families. Means that the part identifications, after that we will create a kind of part family. Okay, in part family we have different clusters of a part or a families of a part. Means that suppose in any plant, suppose we have 1,000 number of parts or components are manufactured or produced in any plant, suppose, for example. Okay, so among all those thousands parts, suppose we identified two different categories or two different families of a part, suppose A and B. Okay, suppose family A having 500 part or family B having 500 part. Okay, these two parts, these two kind of a part, these two families or a similarity. What family means that the parts having a similarity in different aspects. Means that the similarity may be in their design sense, the similarity may be in their manufacturing sense, the similarity may be in their production process sense. So according to their similarities we categorize those 1,000 parts into two different families, for example A and for example B. Part family A consider 500 part B family consider 500 parts. So means that these 500 parts are manufactured with the same kind of a manufacturing process. Maybe these 500 parts may be a similar kind of a pattern or a design configuration. Maybe these 500 parts may be a similar kind of a materials or material handling system or packaging system, maybe, for example. Similarly, the part family B, which considers 500 parts, they may be a similar kind of a design configurations, similar kind of a manufacturing processes, the similar kind of a material handling and process capabilities. So based on that we categorize our plant into two part families A and B, having 500 part in each part family. So part identification or part family to create by creating or by analyzing a part in that particular plant, we have to create a part family. Okay, so based on that, once we created a part family for that particular plant or a production system or a manufacturing systems, based on that our second task would be the identification of machine manufacturing processes for those part families. Means that what is our second stage or the second one of the important steps in implementing group technology in any manufacturing system is that the identification of machine which are involved in that particular manufacturing processes of those parts or a components. Means suppose for example part family A, which considers your 500 parts, we need to identify to manufacture those 500 parts what kind of machineries we need, what are the available machines in our production houses, and what are the manufacturing processes which are involved in manufacturing of those 500 parts. Okay, similarly for part family B, we need to identify similar kind of a procedures, identifications of machines and the manufacturing processes to produce those 500 parts which comes under the part family of B. So based on that, what we will do, based on that we will create a cluster of a machine cell, a cluster oblique, you can say a cell of different machines or different production processes. So based on that, once we identified the number of processes, the manufacturing processes, the production machines, the production equipments, or even the manpower, the engineer or the operator which are involved in manufacturing of those particular component, we need to create a cluster of a machine. Okay, that cluster, you can say the cell of a machine, and based on that, it means that those particular machine or those particular production processes will be dedicated to manufacture of those parts which comes under that particular part family. Clear? Okay, similarly for a part family B, again we will have a dedicated production system, manufacturing facilities, and the machines or the operators for that particular part family. So based on that, we create a cell or a cluster of a machine. So further, this particular technology or the terminology to create the machines or specific group of machines for that particular dedicated manufacturing of that particular component is known as cellular manufacturing. Okay, that is known as cellular manufacturing. Okay, so this is one of the biggest terminology or one of the important aspect in any manufacturing sector is that cellular manufacturing. So we will discuss this particular terminology later in our unit, but to implement group technology, I hope you understand this particular topic is that first our concept and first our process should be the identifications of parts having a similar pattern. Similarity means that the similarity in their design configuration, the similarity in their material configuration, the similarity in their manufacturing configuration, the similarity may be in their material handling and the material packaging and the dispatching may be. After that, once we identify the different part families for our production system, after that we will identify different types of machines or a specific group of machines or production processes which are dedicated to that particular manufacturing processes. Okay, after that we will create or we will generate a kind of a cell or a system or a cluster of a machine or a processes which are dedicated to manufacture of that particular component or a part. After that, we will have a specific group is dedicated to specific part family. Okay, so what are the advantages? If we talk about the advantages, so there are several advantages are associated with this particular group technology in any production system or a manufacturing system. Okay, so the first thing is that the part identification. In other words, we can say that creating part families. Okay, so part families having parts with similar design, similar materials, similar manufacturing processes. Okay, so based on that, we have to create our part family for that particular production system. Now, to identify the parts for that particular certain part family, we need to follow different processes. Like, we need to identify how to identify those parts that which will come under which part family. Okay, so because we have a number of parts are available in our production system. Okay, so for that we have a specific set of procedures are available, like part classification and coding, visual inspections, and production flow analysis. Okay, on later classes we will discuss about how to identify a part, because it is one of the biggest challenge in any production system to identify a part or to identify different set of a component for that particular dedicated part family, so that we can create or we can generate a cluster or a cell of a machine group for a cellular manufacturing purpose. Okay, if we talk about a technology, group technology, or the advantages, of course the advantages are it will reduce time. Okay, Of course, the initial time taken for the setup of this particular concept in our production system, of course it will take time, like because part identification is such a process that which will take a enormous or huge amount of time to identify the parts in any production system. But again, once it's established, we will have a reduced time, means that we will have a less time in manufacturing of a component in our factory. Okay. Second is that trained worker efficiency, because once we created a part family, we have a set of machines or set of production processes for set of dedicated part families. So of course a trained employee or trained operator or a trained engineer will be dedicated for that particular procedures. Okay, so of course the efficiency of that particular system or a plant, of course it will be increased. Okay. Third one is that it reduce setup time. Setup time means that in our conventional productions machine system, in our conventional manufacturing systems, every new design configuration, every new materials, every new design configurations, for every new processes, we have required a set of setup time, means that we need to set the process for that particular component in our plant. But by having a group technology kind of a concept in our production system, it's quite easy to set that particular new design configuration, new material configuration, new manufacturing configuration in our production system, means that of course it will take less time to set up that procedure in our plant or a production system. Okay. Fourth one is that reduce time, train worker efficiency, reduce setup time, and it will increase standardization of tooling like fixtures oblique jigs. Okay, so standardization of a tooling of a fixtures oblique jig, as you know that different tools or on a different machines we are going to utilize for different manufacturing processes, which can manufacture different types of a component or a part in our plant or a production system. So again it will standardize, means that the standard or a set of a specific tools or jigs or fixtures are dedicated in that particular cluster or a cell or in a machine for that particular dedicated part family. So we don't need to change too much in our tools, in our fixtures, in our jigs, because our set of machines, our cell of a machine are dedicated to dedicated part family. So of course it will reduce your time also, of course it will reduce your cost also. Okay. Another one is that reduce changeover time. Reduce changeover time. Reduce changeover time means that in our conventional production houses, what is actually is that if suppose for example we are producing this part earlier and now we produce this new configuration, new design part, so we have to set our procedures in that particular production system according to this particular design configurations. Okay, which is quite time taking process, and of course it will take your labor, it will take your cost. But at the same time, if we have a group technology concept in our production system, we have dedicated cell of a machines are dedicated to particular part family. So means that we don't need to change in our tools, in our machines according to our design configurations. Means that the changeover time from a part to part, component to component, design to design, we don't need to change too much. So means that of course it is going to reduce your changeover time. So these are the very, very important aspect of any group technology concept in any production system. Okay, but still we have biggest obstacle in implementing group technology in our production system is that to identification of a part, to create a part family, because if we are not able to identify a part, or we are not able to create different part families, so we are not able to implement a kind of a group technology concept in our production system very suitably. Okay, so in our future lectures, in our next lectures, we are going to discuss about the part families and how to identify a part in any production system and any plant, so that we can categorize those different parts into a part family. Okay, if you have any doubt regarding this particular topic, you can ask me anytime. Okay, thank you.